So I want to quickly say how I went from completely lazy person, being burnout all the time, feeling miserable, trying to work like, 4 hours a day and feeling productive, and, not working when I didn't really feel like it, eating like shit, feeling horrible for myself, not, you know, like being in this productive self-improvement state, but literally achieving nothing. How I went from this to now working like 10 to 11 hours per day every single day, and really starting to put in the effort even when I don't feel like it, right? So I want to quickly talk about how I went from there and what I think really got me, mm, from that state to this, right? So to just give you some context, what I think I was, this lazy motherfucker. So okay, let me give you some context. Like 1 year ago, when it was summer break, right? It's again summer break, but it was 1 year ago when I got into like trying to make money online, right? I got into copywriting, and I bought KJ Rainey course, and I started writing email sales pages, right? Trying to make money online. But the problem is I was working back then when I started. I was working like maximum 4 hours per day, right? It was my max, like complete max. I could not do it more than that. Like imagine that. I could not work more than 4 hours throughout the whole day. And that was, throughout the whole day, I had to do nothing. No school, no work, no anything. Like imagine that. Right. And after those like 4 hours of work, I felt productive. So imagine how horrible my work ethic was back then. Like I don't know why it was so horrible, but I managed to change that, right? And but it took me a lot of time to change it, right? I was literally for 1 year I was trying to make money online, but I wasn't really working hard. I wasn't really putting the effort. But it took me like 1 year to actually start making some money. Some. And now you may ask why it took me so long and what happened that, made me now make money even though I wasn't able to make so much money throughout the whole year, like no money, completely no money. So it's pretty simple. I got very fucking frustrated. I got in a very painful state, right? And as we all know, pain creates action, right? So it was like I get my first client in the beginning of this year, like literally like the first day, like literally like I think few days before, mm, like this year, right, 2025. And after 2 months, like 3 months of working with him, I barely like I didn't got him any results, right? So this was my first, I would say, like this, like frustrating state. Like I was frustrated because of that, right? Then I started getting more clients, but still no results, no money, and it started compounding. I started getting more clients, but like after having 5 clients at once, I was making no money. So imagine how frustrated I must have been, right? So after like after I started following my mentor, I just found him on YouTube. I don't know, I was just scrolling through YouTube and started watching him. I saw that he was making a lot of money while I was not able to make anything, right? So like it was so fucking painful. And his stories, he every day was posting like the wins of his clients, of his mentees, and it just created so much FOMO inside of me that like I did everything to make my mom buy the mentorship, right? It was fucking expensive, but still I asked her for the money. I had some money, some savings, and I bought it. And from that, I started making money, right? He made me realize how easy it is to actually make money. Like, it's simple, but not easy, of course. Like, I was overcomplicating this stuff. Like, my offer was bullshit. I was just, doing complete bullshit and all of that stuff, right? I don't want to get into this. So now I know I got into a very, like, a lot of details. I was supposed to talk about, more self-improvement stuff, but you need to understand that now I'm making money, started making money, some money, Even though, back then I was so fucking lazy. I was, no work ethic, lazy, feeling comfortable in my house because it's my parents' house and all that stuff, right? It was basically frustration and pain, right? So I wasn't working back then that hard. Because I was very fucking comfortable. I was very fucking comfortable, right? And I was wondering why some people are able to work on their business, 12 hours a day, 14 hours a day. And now I realize why, right? It's basically they've been through pain, right? So for example, uh, if you're 18 years old, 20 years old, you probably are working at this point, right? And you start working some 9 to 5, some part-time job, and then you realize like how horrible it is. Like it creates this pain state, like the pain that you're in, like you don't want to keep doing this. It's painful, it's frustrating, right? And that pain creates basically the motivation to take action on the business and actually work very hard, right? And to that point, back then, I didn't have that pain. I didn't have to face the reality of world, but after some time I did. I get very fucking frustrated. I was in a very big, well, it was very fucking painful. I even made a video on my channel talking about how fucking mad I am. Like if you're gonna scroll through it, you will see it. Like it's me in a dark room talking about this. And yeah, now I'm here, and it was basically only because I was in a very frustrated state, very painful pain, very in a lot of pain, and I wanted to change that, right? Anyways, thank you for watching. I hope this kind of helps. Goodbye.